Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Rage Real. Before I get to the video, I do want to announce that since we have made it to 400 subscribers, as promised, I have my giveaway and it's live inside of this video. Now, this is gonna be for my Xbox people out there. I told y'all I had y'all in my previous upload, and this is the video for y'all. So in today's video, it is not about tight slots. I know normally I keep it right here for the formations, but it's not about this. The formation we're talking about is gonna be this trips tight end, and I'm gonna show y'all why this is one of the best formations in the game. The reason it's the best formation is because there's a lot you can do out of this, but what people don't realize is it's one of the hardest to run because you don't have an even balance between the running back and the tight end. So normally if the running back was on the left side already with a tight end on the right, it'd be extremely overrated. Anyways, let's just get into it. Now, the reason I am on this tight slots is because I want to have a receiver where number 88 is. You don't have to. If you have a good tight end and he's fast, just keep the tight end. But for my people out there who love speed all over the field, just listen up real quick, because the package you want to look for is the strong slots. But if you notice, you see how 88's still in the game? We're actually going to take him out of the game. Now, to do that, what I like to do is I like to go to each of my receivers. I like to sub in a receiver and then sub in that original receiver that was just right there. So you don't have to be the original one, just a receiver. So see right here, we got David Moore, and then we put Tyler Lockett back, and then now we go on DK Metcalf. You select Moore and then DK Metcalf. Now, if we done this right, David Moore should actually be in his tight end spot. Even though it shows Will Dissly, he's not going to be right there. And remember, this is important. Do not touch this tight end, because if you click him, click Hollister, and then click Will Dissly will stay there the whole entire time. So don't do that. Don't do anything right here in this spot. So like I said, you just want to pick a play out of here because we're going to be audibling to trips tight end. Now, real quick, let me go over the audibles because I didn't touch that. Now, for the audibles, if you know they're blitzing, or if you think they probably can blitz, then this would be my audibles. I'll put Pat Slants. I have my RPO zone alert bubble. I have verticals, and I have PA counter go. Now, I already did these preset audibles before the video started just to kind of get it to go faster. So those are my preset audibles. Now let's go back to tight slots. Let's go back to tight slots and just pick any random play. It doesn't matter. Now I'm gonna show y'all against 3-4 bear because that's what a lot of people run versus this formation for whatever reason. So I'm gonna come out and pinch bucko. So one thing that you need to be aware of is where the running back's lined up. Now you see my running back is to the field. Now if I come in trips tight end, then my trips tight end is going to be on the short side. So let me show you what I mean by that. So you want to hit square, obviously, to pull up that, and you want to hit the left directional pad 2 times to the left. So see, once is gun bunch and twice is trips tight end. So let's just choose Pat Slants because that's going to be the first play I talk about. Now you see how my my trips is on the short side now. Now let me just snap the ball. Just yeah, that beats man too, by the way. But that's not what I'm trying to show. So what I wanted to show is, you notice how my trips lined up to the short side of the field. Now, if I want my trips to the wide side of the field, I need to have my running back in the flats. Not in the flats. I need to have my running back to the short side. So a great way to remember, because it kind of does get confusing, you just have to know, if I want my trips to the wide side, then I need to have my running back to the short side. So remember, we just hit directional pad left 2 times, and now we're at trips tight end. And that's really critical in understanding how, because if you just come out here and try to run it to either side, it gets weird, because with trips it's always better to the field. You rarely want your trips to the short side unless you have a specific goal in mind, which I will go over that most likely in part 2. So anyways, it's gonna be timestamps in this video because this is kind of a long intro. I know it's longer than I normally make it, so right here is where you need to lock in, because this is where I'm gonna go over how to stop people from just constantly blitzing you. So as you can see, I picked pinch bucko right here. Now the first setup that I like to beat man is blocking my running back, and I like to take square. I like to put them on the out route, smart route, that out route. Now with circle and triangle, you can kind of do whatever you want, I'd say, because this X route, if they're playing man, the user has to guard that. So you can do a hitch route by circle, and you can streak triangle, or you can streak circle, you can drag triangle. You can have a setup like this. I wouldn't suggest dragging square because that might get a little congested, but if you want a good base, I like to put triangle on a curl route because curl routes beats man, and I like to put a hit. This is my preferred route. Now watch, we already seen X, but watch circle. You can get that right there easy. Remember, you just block your running back. You can even put circle on the you can put circle on a curl, and you can hit triangle, and then you can put square on the out route. So you can do a lot. So now watch, you can throw that hitch right there real easy, and you can just kill them with hitch routes. So another great concept that beats man, this man Blitz, is this vertical setup. Now I'm sure all of y'all have probably seen this setup somewhere, and plus I do a similar one. So I like to just wheel route my running back and then put my outside receiver on the out route, smart route that out route. Now you can do kind of what you want. Like I said, you can put triangle on a hitch if you believe it's man, but if they're playing some type of zone or anything, then you can leave circle, because that's going, because if they're blitzing their linebackers, you're gonna be able to throw it hot. So let me just kind of show you what this looks like. See, watch X. He can kind of break off his man. You see how he broke him off right there? So another way that I like to attack man coverage is out of this PA counter go. So what I like to do, I like to take my running back, I block him, and then I'll take circle, and I'll put him on the hitch route, and then I'll take triangle, and I'll put him on his own out route like this. So that way, if it's man, then I have X, circle, or I can have triangle. And it's just a nice little switch up instead of putting my outside one on a out route, so they might not pick up on that. So what you're reading on this play, like I said, between X and circle, and I like the motion DK Metcalf to get an extra blocker so I can feel better about myself. So I see I can throw circle and look at triangle as well. Now another setup that I like for this PA counter go play, I like to go ahead and max protect, and then I'll take triangle. I like to put them on a slant, and then I'll just motion this slant across. Now obviously you just looking between triangle and circle, and for the protection, I like to just go ahead and ID. I like to slide my line towards the running back and then ID, because in my hopes that my running back will actually just come and pick up the person I ID, which most of the time they do, as you'll see in a second. So anyways, just motion the slant across, and then the user's got to choose between circle or triangle, and then, you know, see I can still throw a circle right there, just like that. So for the final play that I'm gonna show with man coverage is this PA shot wheel. Now I went ahead and just went and put it in my Audibles because I didn't have it there before. But if you notice your user is on his tight end side because you've been hitting them with those out routes or that little pat slant play where that slant gets open, they're probably gonna try to use it at left side and just try to either play zones or something on that right side. So this is when I like to bust out this play. Now all I like to do, honestly, just take triangle and put them on a slant. And if you want a motion block of DK Metcalf, you can. But like I said, one way to avoid not having to do that is just sliding your line and then ID in this way, so your running back will pick up this outside guy. So, but if you want 3 routes on the field, which I would highly recommend, then I would just run it like this, and I would take this guy and I would motion him, and you can leave it. And I'll go over part 2 how glitchy that route is. So don't worry, I'll go over that in part 2. So like I said, you just want him chopped. We get hummed at, but we're still able to make that throw right there. And you have yourself one play touchdown if they play man. So once you've been running these plays that I've been showing you, 9 times out of 10 your opponent's going to be on this side, because he knows that you know, you can throw to the left or the right, and that he's going to know that you're not just going to max protect and just have, you know, these 3 routes be your focal points. So whenever you get to in that situation and you're killing his man coverage, he's going to start doing a lot of funny stuff. So like, say he might press, he might take circle, put him in a soft squat, and then he might take X and then put him in a deep half, and then he might take square, and he might, you know, man him up to circle, or he might take square and put him in a put him in like a seam flat, you know, take this guy, try to be slick and back him up. You know, there's just a lot of things, you know, there's a lot of different things. So I'm just gonna show you maybe what a basic person would do. They would probably do something like this, maybe, where you get some help. So anyways, all I'm saying is that once you notice they're not playing man no more, which would be really obvious, it'd be obvious when they're not, I like to come to this RPO play. Now the reason why is because if they're blitzing everybody and then they're playing zones with those 3 people, then the receivers are going to do a great job of blocking. So let me just go ahead and show you. You see how like they get good blocks out there, and I can actually take this and pretty much almost score with it. So that's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this video. Like I said, y'all be on the lookout for part 2, because in part 2 I'm gonna show y'all this PA shot wheel, and I'm gonna show you how to make this triangle route more effective, and I'm gonna show y'all that versus the counter go, because on the counter go, circle is actually the one that runs this crossing route instead of triangle, and that's gonna be really key. And then I'm gonna show y'all how to make squares route more effective. I'm gonna show y'all how it beats cover 2. I'm gonna show y'all how to beat cover 3. I'm gonna show y'all how to beat deep half. So really be on the lookout for this part 2, because part 1 is just showing y'all how to attack people if they want to sit here and blitz you all day like they ain't got no sense. So anyways, that's gonna wrap it up in this video. Like I said, just drop in the comments if you enjoyed it. If you got any questions about it, I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. So I hope y'all have a blessed day. I'm Rage Real, and I'm out.